Hello, that's Vince Ganzberg with USAi of Indianapolis, and this is a little video for the 6v6 format in which we play for U10s. This video is geared for novice coaches and new coaches. However, hopefully experienced coaches will take the time to view this, as well as we're recommending some differences, or if you will, with some of the ways that we play. So I'll go now get started. The pregame walkout is something that we want to do before every game. And basically how that's done is the referee will have the ball. And the referee, by the way, is going to be a younger kid because we have a referee mentoring program. So the referee has the ball in his or her hands. And then you line up your 6 players, and it's 5 players and a goalie. So you line up your 6 players. The goalie's usually in a different color shirt or vest. And then you walk out. So this is pregame. The 2 lines then walk out with. And then you split apart. And you go like this. And then now it looks like this. So then you do a pregame walkout. And you also do a pregame handshake. So it's real simple. After they're done splitting, both teams starts to walk, says good luck, and then after that they go start the game. So the kickoff. Now, the easiest shape is to put them into an X shape, both teams. So I'll put, for example, the X's will be attacking the left for now, and so it goes like this. So here's the ball at the mid stripe, and then you have like that. And then the O's are doing the same thing, but they have to line up outside the circle. Defensively and both sides of the ball, the X should be small. It doesn't need to be really spread out. It should be small to start. Because, again, it's tight. Now, this isn't like the NFL where you want the ball to be kicked off literally to the other team. That's not the idea. The idea is that when we have the ball, we keep the ball. So it's like basketball. You don't want to tip off to the other team. You want to tip off to your own player. So after the ball is tapped, then the game begins. So we do 5 versus 5 and a keeper. And the easiest shape is the X shape. What I want to stress here, though, is that they're in a shape, but it doesn't mean that they're set in stone. So, for example, if the ball is down here and the X's are attacking to the left, and then we have the O's, and they are kind of in their little spots. Defensively, they're trying to protect the goal. Whatever you do, please, 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 do not. This is not acceptable. Do not have these 3 players stand on the top of the box. This midway line is not a house arrest line. It is not a line where they're going to get zapped. These 2 players should be connected with the team. So everybody attacks and everybody defends. So now you can keep these 2 players back here. That's great. Go ahead. And you're going to be proud on Monday when you go in the office. However, the last time I looked, an employer isn't going to really care how many games you've won at the U10 level, or will an employer look at any of these future kids' resume and look to see if they've won all their U10 games when they played recreationally for USAi. So let them play, let them enjoy. They should not stay back. They should be connected. They should be part of the team. On the next slide, I'll show you what the shape should look like. So, to reiterate, if the ball is down here and they're all bunched up, and they're going to be bunched up still. They're learning the game, but this is more the shape. The goalkeeper on the X's, if the X's are going towards the left of the screen, should be at the top of the box, connected as well. These two last players of the X should be about midfield, and the other O's are just simply getting behind the ball. Except you need one player ahead of the ball for the O's because they're defending, but if they win it, well, they got to get it out somehow. So it's not like chess. It's a very fluid game. They have starting positions, and the starting formation is an X, and you try and keep that shape. But basically what you want players ahead of the ball. You want players behind the ball when you have the ball, and away. So those are the things that you want to stress to your team. All right, so the goal kick. Okay, what the goal kick is, first off, for novice coaches, is, let's say I'm going to go the other way. So let's say the X's are going this way, to the right of the screen, and they have the ball in here, and the O's are defending, and we'll just draw other X's, just doesn't matter where they are. And they shoot, and it just goes wide, and the crowd goes crazy. And that means that the O's now get a goal kick. So what does this mean? So I'll go ahead and explain that on the next slide. Now, how we want our coaches, or what we want our coaches to do for the goal kick, it might be something different from what's been done in the past. But first off, on a goal kick, you have a penalty box, the ball, or you have a box. There'll be another box in here. The ball can be put anywhere in this box. The bigger box is the penalty box. That's this big wet line here. But there'll be a smaller box, which I'll draw here in blue. That's where the ball is put anywhere in the goal for the goal kick. So the ball is put down, and I'm going to make the ball black. And then now you got to disperse your players. It'd be great if you can get your goalkeeper to take the goal kick, hence the word. However, it's okay to have other players take it. So let's say the O's have it, and then they disperse your players. So maybe you got a player in here. The X's, what we want the defending team to do, you can put one player in the attacking half, but drop your other players back. Drop your other players back to midfield. We want the team to get a chance to get the ball out. Now, you can be a Rick Pitino type mentality, full court press. Great, wonderful, great. You're going to win games. But this, getting them to drop back and allowing, for example, one player only in the attacking half, will prepare them for the real game when they play 11-a-side later on. So, again, these are just some ideas, but we do want this to happen for goal kicks on the defensive side of the ball. We want one player allowed in the attacking half. The other four players, if you will, field players, are from midfield stripe back. Okay, so the corner kick. The corner kick is when the attacking team has the ball, and let's say they're down here, and let's say the ball is shot, and I'm just going to draw more X's in here quickly, and O's. The ball is shot, and it hits off the O, goes across the inline. Now we have what's called a corner kick for the X's. So then what you do is the ball can be placed anywhere inside this little arc. So the X will go and they'll run over. And then the easiest way to set up your team is something like this for the attack. And the goalkeeper, by the way, this goalkeeper should be at the top of the penalty box. And then you have the O's. The goalkeeper's kind of in the middle of the goal. The other O's are kind of matching up, if you will. And maybe put an O there. Now, what you tell these two players is before the ball is struck, just crisscross with each other. Just make a crisscross run. This player should then try and serve the ball in there. This player here has two types of runs. They can run either towards the ball and get a pass, or they can run towards the middle. If the ball is played in the middle, then they run towards that spot. There's a penalty spot there. This X, however, should stay back. So they can keep the ball down here. So that's the corner kick. So the free kick. There are two types of free kicks. There's direct and there's indirect. On an indirect kick, the referee should raise his or her arm straight up in the air. Now, they are young kids, so they might forget. So that's why you need to know the rules as well. Let's say, for example, the X's are attacking this way, and they get a free kick. And let's say it's just outside this big penalty box. So there's the ball. X's have a free kick. The O should set up a wall. Now, the wall should be tight. Now, there's 4 players in the wall if you want, or you can do 3. Should be tight, close together. Has to be 10 yards from the ball. That's recommended. It might be 8 for 6v6, but 8 to 10 yards. I can't remember which one. So how it works is maybe you have 2 X's, then you should put an X in the wall, and then maybe you have another X in here. So you've got your 5 X's. So now direct means that they can score directly in the goal. So they can take a shot, and if they score, it counts. Okay, and that's usually on like a trip or a handball or something like that. An indirect kick, the ball has to touch somebody before it goes in. So the ball, for example, that's why I put 2 players around the ball for the attacking team on the free kick. So the ball has to be tapped, and then the ball is shot and, either saved or scored. So that is a free kick situation. Then after the game, everybody lines up, and so they're all nice and warmed up. We have 2 lines. It's very similar to the pregame handshake. Now they just go. The referee will be probably here somewhere, we hope. They will go, they shake hands. They say, great game, not just good game. Great game. And after they shake hands, they should go shake the referee's hand as well, and say great game to them as well. So thank you very much. Again, this was the 6v6 format. 5 field players and a goalkeeper. Hope you found this beneficial. And again, the reason why we're posting these is so you can go back to it and pause it and play it back however much you want to. So have fun with the kids.